The Nintendo Switch 2 was just announced, and I'm gonna break it down the way I saw it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and drop a like, and then let's get into it. The first thing we see is a bigger size. The OLED had a bigger screen, but the size of the pad was the same. This is a bigger pad in general, which should be pretty nice. The smoothness of the pad seems to tear off. Maybe the console will have a rough texture, or maybe that's just for cool effect. Either way, I think that's something to look forward to. Then the sides open up, and we'll see the purpose for that later. The buttons pop out, and the docking port comes in as well. And I think the biggest thing though is the USB port on the top. If you watch the video, you'll see that when the USB pops up, there's an extended pause. I think that's for a reason. Streaming straight from your Nintendo Switch to the computer was a little difficult with the old device. Maybe this new USB will make it easier. The stand pops out and looks really sturdy and strong with the braces on the side. Kind of looks like the OLED model, but a little thinner. I think it's going to be nice. We'll see. Hopefully, it'll be better than that little stick we had to use. Now it's time for the controllers. They're bigger, obviously, but they look a little more rounded. The buttons pop out. It's the same as the last device, but there are two buttons on the side of the controllers, and I'm wondering what they do. Maybe they're going to have some special capability, or maybe they're just there for design. I don't know. I think we're going to have to look forward to that. There's also a button right underneath the home button. People are saying this is going to have a special ability. Maybe it's going to take you to a new menu, maybe something even better. On the next controller, you can see there's a mouse type function on this. This mouse sensor is actually on both controllers. I think it's going to allow us to move the controller like a mouse. And you'll see later that the controllers do kind of move like snakes. Perhaps it's supposed to imitate the way you move a mouse. I think that's going to be really cool. Maybe you press L to left click and ZL to right click. I don't know, but that does seem pretty awesome. This satisfying controller swivel is making me think that they're at least trying to attack the drift problem that the old controllers used to have. Hopefully, Nintendo Switch 2 has changed that. Speaking of satisfaction, this entire teaser is full of ASMR, especially at the beginning. So if you like that, go watch the video. And if you like this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We're still seeing straps, so they're probably going to have some motion games in the future. Maybe some like ARMS or 1-2 Switch. Perhaps those will be some of the first games that release on the Nintendo Switch 2. There's still a snap like there was in the last console. It's just from the side instead of from up and down. I do like that, but I also think that the logo, instead of snapping up and down, we're going to see it click in from the sides. If you notice the back, you can see buttons on the edges of the controllers. That might be the way you snap the controllers off the pad. I'm glad these are a little bigger than the last console because the old ones were kind of hard to click. Now I want to talk about backwards compatibility. I like this function because you had it on the Wii U where you could go backwards and play games from the Wii. They're bringing this back for Nintendo Switch 2 and you can play the games that were on the Nintendo Switch 1. And that's really cool that we have that. You didn't have that for Nintendo Switch where you could play Wii U games, so this is nice. And speaking of games, I think it'd be impossible to talk about this trailer without talking about Mario Kart 9. It's basically confirmed at this point. Everyone's been waiting for it probably as much as they've been waiting for this console. But I think this is going to be really cool. This track looks like a Wild West 50s Mario Kart circuit. The track is called Mario Bros. Circuit. So I believe we're going to maybe see some cool things here. You can also see Mario and Luigi are in different karts than we've ever seen. I see different wheels. We may even get some new items. This could change the entire game completely. There's also a yellow, red, and pink boost. Who knows what this could do? This could be one of the best Mario Karts we've ever played. There's a lot to unpack here, and that could be a separate video in and of itself, but this is really, really cool. The only thing I'm not stoked about is the screen size. There's a lot of black you can see on the borders right here, especially on those sides. A lot of black. I wish they kind of expanded the screen a little bit, but it is what it is. Maybe they can fix that, but who's to say? Continuing on the games trail, I think we're going to see a couple of really awesome new games. We already know Mario Kart 9 is going to be one of them, and maybe a new Breath of the Wild, perhaps Splatoon 4, a new 3D Mario game, a new Smash Bros, a new Builder Mario game, and perhaps even a new franchise that we're not even expecting. According to the teaser, we can expect more on April 2nd. That could be when they're going to announce the official release date, and maybe they'll even talk about some new games on the same direct. I don't know, but I'm really stoked to figure it out. And also, there could be some new perks with this console like we had on the old ones. Maybe we'll see a Miiverse-like thing like they had on the Wii U. Perhaps you'll get mail like we had with the Wii. We can always expect a new jingle when we go to the home screen. Honestly, guys, there's a lot. There's really a lot here. And I see a wicked awesome change for this Nintendo Switch. There's also going to be some wicked awesome changes for this channel itself. So make sure you guys subscribe and join the Before 100 Club. I'm really stoked about those two. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next video.